Hello, everybody at FLV. I am Nick Jr. Today I am joined by Somber, and today is the third streamed game of the season. Today we have the Buffoons against the Total Badasses. Now, Total Badasses, another veteran team. We're going to keep this theme going throughout every stream so far. Another veteran team that is spearheaded by Ladybug. And then the Buffoons, they've got some crazy firepower on them from what I saw. They have the only Radiant that's in the league currently, with Washed Borakua, I believe is how you say that, or Borakua, something like that. But they are the only Radiant in the league, and they're going to be trying to shake things up here, trying to break down the veterans that we've all known to come to love. And it's going to be a great game. We're on Lotus here. All the bands came through. We're gonna have the Buffoons starting on attack, and we're gonna have Total Badasses starting on defense. And we're about to start just here in a moment. It's gonna be great. How we thinking, Somber? How we feeling about it?
I think this is going to be a insanely interesting matchup. Veteran team, they do have some firepower on their team as well. From what I saw, Pack It Up, an immortal PR player. So I think it might be a head-to-head match between Borakua and Pack It Up.
I'm excited. I'm really excited because we've had such crazy things happen over the last couple streamed games. Most notably the Seattle Knights game. There were so many really clean plays by Ophi in that one, and a lot of clean plays by oh my gosh, I can't remember the player's name. This is the one fault of having so many new people is that you can't always remember their players' names. But there was a really good person on the opposition of Seattle Knights that was just crazy. And I know the stream can't see this, but it looks like they're changing all of their Valorant icons to match on the side of the Buffoons here, trying to instill some aura into the enemy team, instill some fear. But we all know Ladybug. Ladybug's been around for ages. Ladybug knows all the tricks. She's not falling for this. She's aura farming on them, and honestly, I could say Ladybug dropping 40 this game. I don't even think Pack It Up needs to do much. I think Ladybug can just carry.
I don't know. I
I'm
think
convinced.
my vote is going towards a Ladybug MVP as well.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
could see
I
it.
I have a lot of trust within TBA right now. Veteran team. Given I haven't been here much, this is actually my first season in FLV. But let me tell you, I have seen some pretty good plays from Ladybug while playing 10 mans, and a lot of talent is here on the field today.
Agreed. Big agree. We got a slight technical difficulty here, real quick. Seems like someone's having a problem actually joining the lobby. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep the stream entertaining right now while we get a quick fix on it. Apologies to everybody. In the meantime, anyone who's joining on the stream, I'd like to mention, anyone who may be joining from Twitch or maybe seeing that we're live through TikTok or something of that sort. This is FLV. We're a mixed rank league. You basically make a team of 5 players based on our PR system to make all sorts of ranked play. You get all sorts of ranks combined together to make a team that equals our PR or a little bit less. There's a little bit of rules to it, but essentially, all ranks of all different, everyone from all different ranks and all different origins just come together and play on a team and have fun in this league. There's not really much stakes to it. It's just all bragging rights, and it's really fun. It's a good thing to have on the as a substitute or an alternative to ranked because ranked can be kind of shady here and there. As someone who has lost 12 of their last 13 ranked games, and yes, this is a legitimate stat. I definitely like playing an FOV a lot more than ranked. So
Um,
yeah,
I do not apologize for throwing your rank. I'm joking. I'm
I
joking.
I'm not gonna put anybody on blast, but one of the casters that are casting today, might have pied in a comp game that they were both playing in. I'm not gonna name names, but one of them did. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if any of you are interested, that anyone new to FLV in the Twitch chat, it's just discord.gg/FLV. You can also follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on TikTok. Those are going to be First Light Val or First Light Valorant. Either way, just look up First Light Val. We should be the first thing that shows up. Also, we have YouTube, where any games that we stream, we usually upload the VODs to shortly afterwards. So for example, the game with Seattle Knights, that game should be up on YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong. Usually Noah's the one who handles that. Noah, if you're watching this, if it's not up, let the Twitch chat know. Okay, cool. Thank you. Otherwise, but yeah, you can see us on First Light Val on YouTube.
Actually, going back to the game here, we do have a sub on the side of Buffoons. A couple hours before the match was scheduled for, they actually subbed out one of their players, who is Leve. They subbed out Leve for Klutz.
Let's okay.
So yeah, the roster is going to be looking a little bit different. Both are going to be plat PR though, so hopefully it's going to be equal performance from the two. And maybe this was actually a really good pick for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really curious because it's very, very rare that we have a Radiant in FLV. The last time we had a Radiant was Sin, or S1N is how it's spelled. Him, and I believe it was who was the last one before him? I don't know if Kuzera ever counted as Radiant PR, but Kuzera is another player who's hit Radiant before. Um, but those are the guys that usually we've had previously that would have be Radiant PR. And it's been a while since Sin played for an official team. Oh wait, no, never mind. He played in on Gert Yo in the season 21 lock-in, which is like the event we had before this season. It was like an off-season event that was just playoffs, basically. Instead of having a full-fledged season where you have the 6 weeks, it was just a mini playoff series. And Gert Yo actually ended up winning that one. So I don't know if he counted as Radiant PR for that. He probably did though. But yeah, it's not super often where we have a bunch of Radiants playing, but you know, it's good. It's cool to have a new one. It's really cool to have a new one, so we can see exactly how he plays in comparison to the other two we've had. Maybe he's more of like a because the other two we've had have been like Reyna players or Clove players, and they kind of just play more very like more aggressive, very aggressively, and they're more selfish with their play because they're Radiant. They understand that they're the top 0.1% of players. So maybe we'll see a different playstyle from this Radiant. Maybe he's more utility or IGL focused. But all Radiants are still great. They're part of the 0.1%, like I said before. So looks like we've got our substitute in. We've got I believe it's Coax or Coax. Dude, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. But yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like we've got our sub in. They've just got to join the team's communications now, and then we should be good to go on our way.
All right, and then we are seeing the full matching player cards from Buffoons here. So I think the aura is coming through. We did have to get the substitution in for Huang. It is an
Ladybug
ascendant
denies
for an
it.
ascendant.
Ladybug has repelled it all. She does not care. Ladybug actually has a really crazy track record. Only being bronze PR, she has a crazy track record against immortal players, like an insane track record. Like, there's this one guy, Fire Venom, right? I'm pretty sure it's Fire Venom. There was a game where he ended, I think it was 3-11, and Ladybug outfragged him, and then I think Ladybug was like 3-0 on him. And it was the craziest thing I've seen. It was like one of the craziest stats because this guy was Fire Venom was like a high immortal. It was in I think he was Immortal 2, Immortal 3 maybe at the time. And Ladybug killed him 3 times. And I think one of the times was like a direct 1v1 duel. It was crazy. It was not like no shooting from the back or anything like that. It was just straight up 1v1 duel I think she just won, which was crazy to watch on stream. But yeah, Ladybug
Interesting.
is the high elo killer, I like to say. She also sits me down sometimes, but that's not as great of an achievement as killing Fire Venom.
I
All
don't know.
right.
Interestingly enough, a high player's Kryptonite is a low rank player, so maybe
I've
we might
never
see a
heard
couple
troops.
cases of that.
Um, the team comps are looking pretty interesting right now. I mean, it looks like Buffoons were straight up all 5 hovered immediately. These guys are like one mind. We've got a couple of people in TBA though, just figuring out. We got Plorvin. Plorvin's like, hey, I can play these characters. I can play this. I can play that. I can play this. What do you guys want? So it looks like
We
Plorvin's being more of like a fill character or a fill player.
we
Sorry.
we do have a little bit of a an unforeseen instance happening right now. We have washed Borakua, the Radiant on Buffoon's team, walking smokes. You know, you would think with such
I
a
like
high
this.
rank, he would at least block Duelist. But we do have Car Seat Gaming playing the Rays, and Car Seat is a bronze PR player. So this is gonna be an interesting match. Interesting choices coming from Buffoons here.
The Rays matchup of the century. We have the high immortal Rays against the bronze Rays. I'm ready to see how this ends up. But honestly, Omen probably the best character in the game right now. I think putting the best character in the game and the highest ranked player on in the lobby like is hands. Like that's a good idea. I think that's honestly really good. Especially with how versatile that Omen can be.
And
And honestly,
if
the team comps look good. I like this.
me as well, Nick. But let's also put our attention onto onto Buffoon's titles as well. All of them have the colon 3 title. So there is some as we could say some buffoonery going on in this game right now.
My gosh, wait. I didn't even notice that actually. That's sick.
Yeah.
These guys are dude, they're one. They're a hive mind. Um
What can we
Looking at
say?
the attack setup so far, it looks like the Chamber's just gonna try and get aggressive. We got the Fade util. It looks like it's just gonna be a 3-fight A. Let's hope the Vice can hold this down because I feel like it's just gonna be a poke A, go C. That's my
Yeah.
prediction.
I
I
mean,
want to see how this Chamber fight.
TBA is running with the 1-1-3 setup right now. Very aggressive play on A. We have the Omen blind coming out, and then they're just running up A. We do have a slow walk C coming from Buffoons here though. So let's see how this goes out. So we do have a deadlock wall coming out, waterfall blocking off the rotate. They trip the wall, but nobody's in. We have 4 on C main right now. We do have a lurk from the chamber. A lurk coming in from Cool TCM.
When the deadlock wall was chucked over the wall to prevent the rotates. That's so smart, actually.
Looks like we got a lineup Larry on our hands coming from Moss here.
Yeah.
Yet to see a frag coming out. We do hear the flash come out from Vise, from
Oh,
Ladybug.
the G2 spray. I hope he whiffs. Not biased. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry.
I don't know. Flash coming out. Moss gets flashed by his own Sky. Looks like we got unbreakable. Looks like Gecko's gonna push. Shalom is going to take first contact. Opening up tree, running through tree. Seems to have 2 people posted up. Heaven going for the double peek. Let's see what Packet Up. Okay, Packet Up gets first frag on Moss. They have no sentinel for the flank now. And then Cool TCM responds with a frag on their initiator. Post Shalom goes down. Coax gets 1. Packet Up gets the return on the Omen. And Plorbin on the return frag on Klutz. Now it's just going to be a 1v3. Cool TCM falls to Packet Up. Honestly, this is unexpected from a bronze PR player. I'm
That was
intrigued.
that was really interesting to see because both teams were playing so like calm and collected. The first pick of the round didn't even happen till 25 seconds left on the board. Like both teams were just so calm and didn't want to give up any life. They were just constantly battling and fighting for this util or this space with their util. It was a crazy round to see play out.
Absolutely, and then we're seeing the aggressive play come down to A main once again. They did instantly smoke it off though. We are getting the Prowler coming out from Fade, but they do seem to be walking slow up B main. Fade does have a nice timing though, just as Mr. Cool TCM looks away. We do see Coax walk up. They have averted. They do get the picks, Pack It Up and Corbin, and Pack It Up again. 3 of them falls, but Klutz does get the return on Pack It Up. Coax whiffs every shot except for the one that matters onto Klutz. And then Borakua, who's the only one who purchased some sort of gun, does get taken down by Post Shalom.
Wow, the ammo. The ammo. If there was one more bullet in there, I honestly could see him winning that, but Pack It Up is making a statement, getting those eco kills, getting the ultimate really close to being online, and, it's taking that fast 2-0 lead and that fast flank from A. This is just, this is a good reminder or I mean, a good tell for, um, Buffoons here. Like, hey, when we fight A, we might try and be a little bit more aggressive and take more space, so we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful about that. We're gonna have to see how this works out with the guns here. Now that they have the gun
Absolutely.
advantage.
So we do have Buffoons, or sorry, TBA on a bonus here, and then, uh, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the names, but we do have TBA on the bonus and Buffoons over on the full buy right now. A flash comes out, doesn't seem to flash anybody, but they are going to do a 5-man commit towards A. We have Pack It Up on Raze holding the angle down into main. Misses first shot, but does take first contact on Raze. One lurking tree as well. Post Shalom gets taken down by Moss. Pack It Up is returning fire. Nice shots coming out of Pack It Up here, but he does get taken out by Buffoons. He did sneak back sight as well as Coax falls. And then we have the late rotate from Ladybug. We are in a 1v2 situation. I might have some faith in
I've seen her win
Ladybug
these
here.
before. I've seen her win these before. She
And I
can do
got
it.
Car Seat Gaming, Washboard Kua, Ladybug, who's currently 0-0-0. Very passive playing from her right now.
She's doing what I like to call a pacifist run of the game, where you don't die, you don't get any kills, you don't see anybody. You just you play a game about shooting people and you don't shoot them, and they don't shoot you.
I was gonna say I like to do that myself, but seeming as I did pie.
Oh, you leaked it. All right, well, looks like Ladybug is
Picked up a stinger. Might not get the round. Okay. Ladybug seems to be sticking it. Borikua is peeking, and she falls. What a round played. Might lose the guns here.
yeah, they're gonna lose the guns. That's gonna be really expensive for the wait. Ladybug Masterclass, even though the round was lost, that was expensive.
That is the first round on the board for Buffoons, though. So it might, this is coming out to be very interesting. Buffoons' eco is fallen.
Yeah, that economy is definitely taking a toll with all 5 players dying after that kill or after that round. They're gonna have to scrounge up whatever they can here. Looks like mostly deagles. We got 1 rifle coming out from the Radiant here. Watch for Akua.
I'm expecting to see big things from him. And then he does
Pack It
have
Up
the
has
Radiant
the
buddy.
online as well.
So first contact, Post Shalom wins the gunfight, but it is returned by Klutz. What a shot by Post Shalom. It is just split between A and C right now. You have Cool TCM and Moss just watching C-Long playing very passively. But it does seem like Coax just does not know where to go. Prowler comes out through stairs. Now Corbin taking the TP over towards C.
I like that.
And that means B is completely freed up for them to hit. But Corbin is returning. Might have a gut feeling on what's going on. Some warning shots fired over from Cool TCM. Corbin smokes it off. Nade coming out. Blind going out as well. And we do have Pack It Up just returning A, seeing if there's any sort of late work.
The spam.
Spam does get Klutz down low. TCM gets the pick off Ladybug. That means C is completely clear of no util for them. But there is a fast rotate over here from Coax. And then there's the Deadlock ult. And it does not catch anyone. Corbin gets 2 nice shots coming out here. Coax and Moss take a gunfight. Moss wins. And we do see a more aggressive play coming out from Corbin here. And they cross each other, and Corbin falls. What a play by Cool TCM, peeking out the smoke on that timing. Pack It Up does throw out the ult here. We do have the Raze ult. And then that's 1. Now it's just a battle between Moss and Pack It Up. There's no time. He has to win this fight. And it's just short. Pack It Up does get the final kill on Moss, hurting Buffoon's eco even more.
Wow, Pack It Up, dude. He's trying to tell them to look at his name. He's saying, "Hey, pack it up, guys. Get out of here. Leave. The game's over." And honestly, with a 10-2 right now, he's starting off real fire. Real fire. I like this.
Absolutely. This is kind of the play that I expected from Pack It Up. But if we do look at the scoreboard here, never mind. Car Seat Gaming is sitting at 0-3, but it is very early in the game. Buffoons with one round to the name, and actually, Carsey Gaming was one of the last two in that little 1v2 situation with Ladybug and Borakua. Very aggressive play coming out from TBA here on a main once again. But Buffoons has B all to themselves, completely smoked off. Ladybug is going to pick out C-Link, but backs up, waiting for her team. Moss gets the first pick on Coax with the Stinger. And then, next thing you know, Ladybug takes down Plus with a Stinger against the Bulldog. Post Shalone with another pick on Car Seat. Watch Borakua on Ladybug. Post Shalone with 2 on Borakua and Moss. Post Shalone is really shooting out some nice shots here. We do have Pack It Up holding CT. They do have Bomb down. And the last one, Cool TCM, is playing in main with the ult. Just walking up now. Some very calm moments. 1v3 situation. He's going to swing C-Link. Nobody's out just yet. He does spot the jump peek from Post alone. And then Plorvin does smoke it off one more time. Picks up the Stinger, hoping to probably get a more, aggressive play going on. There are some warning shots fired by Pack It Up and Post alone here. And he misses the shot on Post alone. Post alone with a 4K this round. That was very, very well played by TBA here.
I really like that fast flood from TBA there. And I guess the Buffoons could not just find out where to fight because they had the site. Normally, once you get the site on B, you want to try and fight out a little bit more and grab one of the extremities, either C-Link, A-Link by the breakable door. You want to grab Heaven, preferably 2 of them if you can. But it didn't seem like they got any of them, and the fast flood helped prevent them from getting that. Ladybug shut down the push C-Link, and then the A-Link, or the breakable door push. It was great. Well played by them. Well played.
Same aggro play going on B main here. We did see the blind come out from Plorvin, and Coax did draw the Traveler, but they don't know how many.
Oh my goodness.
Moss does peek out, spams Plorvin. Plorvin is not feeling healthy right now. 42 HP. Goes down to Borakua. Borakua gets 2, second one on Coax here. And look at the assists that are going on, the utility usage. Klutz gets the 3rd onto Ladybug, and they are flooding C now. I don't think that TBA has the read on them. They're doing a fast rotate. But until then, they are doing exactly what you talked about. They have all the extremities right now. Borakua over on the CT. We have TCM sitting in Link. And then we also have Klutz sitting in main. They are going to go through B here. I guess not. They are for sure ecoing here. If you look, Coax only has 500 cards. Ladybug with 150. Kind of a smart eco here. They do have the...
yeah. They're opting to save, definitely.
The round economy here is not too bad for TBA. They really can't afford the save. So, what an interesting round. That was definitely a change of tides there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the attack, immediately, they solved the problem that they had the round before, where they took the site and they didn't push any of the extremities. They immediately pushed basically all of them. More focus on the C-Link one, though. And we were able to get Ladybug. The anchoring on B was just a little bit too shallow. I just thought that Plorvin was gonna have a really good angle there because they checked with the dog the right but not the left. But then the Boombot comes out and spots them, and Wash Borakua was able to spot both of them with that high gameplay knowledge and understood, hey, there's someone behind me. So really well played by Buffoons there.
Very nice cross that TBA had as well. And they are running this very aggressive playdown A main every round. We do have Pack It Up almost in the A lobby. Once again, just Ladybug solo holding. And she does peek out with her U-tail out. Borakua gets the first blood. And we do have a fast rotate from Coax here, fighting the CT. Does get spotted by one of the lettuces dropped out by Sky here. We do get a flash. They do not know where Coax is. Borakua is out and gets put down by Coax. Plus does get the trade though. Moss with a pick off on Plorvin. Pack It Up is playing very safely from the CT here. Both of them, Post Shalone and Pack It Up, both playing from CT. Some very good performance coming here from Pack It Up. 10-2-2. But they do have full site control. Plus it's gonna play close. Does get a good smoke on them. But they seem to be back.
Let's see some
a little bit
gameplay.
The Mosh comes back. Pack It Up is going to play towards Waterfall. This does seem like a lost round for TBA. Gecko comes out.
Oh, and there's no time.
And they do run it while saving most of the guns. Klutz does fall to the spike, as well as Posh alone. That's another huge hit to the economy of TBA here.
Yeah, and you can only really save so many times before the rest of your team kind of crumbles with the economy here. But it seems that, Buffoons have started to find their footing. We've got Washboard Kua heating up, 8-5 now. Pack Up hasn't really slowed down too much. 1 kill within the last 2 rounds is still fine considering he saved twice. But I think the most unfortunate part was Ladybug accidentally peeking a little too early, not recognizing that they could be up, and getting caught with their hands wide open, nothing to fight with.
So we do see a 5-man A commit from Buffoons here. Posh alone does throw out the Dizzy. It catches nobody. The jump spot, Borakua and we do get the stun off from Wingman. Borakua does get a pick off on Posh alone. We do have a very nice flank from Coax here. Does get spotted by the chamber util. TCM does turn around. Corbin, Ladybug, and Pack It Up are all sitting back, waiting on the timing, I presume. Flash comes out
All
from
playing
Ladybug.
tree. I don't really like this.
Neither do I. The nade comes out, does get a couple hits down. Corbin does get stunned by the deadlock util. Coax gets a pick on Borakua. Corbin gets the pick on Klutz. Corbin does get caught by the deadlock. Pack It Up swings out and then gets put in a 2v1 situation.
I was a little worried there. I thought it was gonna be very rough for them playing all inside tree, because
Oh, yeah.
having all of the players be in one space can spell to be disastrous for you, especially if they're like on a save. Because they did have one rifle, but like imagine they got like ultimates online there. If Posh alone was able to pop his ult off in time, it would have been very scary. Before he got picked off, at least.
It is true. Thrash does have the
That AOE on it,
presence and the ability to turn the tides. We see the grab net come out, the nade come out as well. Pack It Up is jump spotting. The smoke comes out early from Corbin here. Borakua does get the TP off, but gets picked off by Coax. Doesn't clear everything. We do see TPA playing very back here. Well, everybody's they're thinking about an A commit and a tree commit, and they go for it. Only 2 went through though. Car Seat Gaming. We have Car Seat Gaming. We have Klutz. And we have Moss. I just realized there's a double sentinel setup.
Oh, and the
Car Seat Gaming throwing out. The rocket comes out. Gets 2. Coax Ladybug fall. Oh my goodness, such a well played out. Car Seat Gaming does fall to Posh alone, who does have the timing on him. Doombot coming out from Pack It Up. It does end up spotting one. Corbin falls to Klutz while trying to take out the deadlock wall. Posh alone isn't dropping. Oh my gosh. This might be turn tides. 1v1 between Moss and Posh alone, and Moss pulls out the shorty.
Oh man. I mean, there might have been a timing where you could have tucked and used the gecko wall, but it would have been close. And honestly, I don't know if I would have risked it personally, but that was a very, very close round. The one big decider I think of that round was this deadlock wall getting thrown in the middle of backside, just kind of jamming like any way they could use their utility or flood out.
Yeah, we
That
did
was very
see
well played by
Corbin
them.
and Pack It Up stuck behind that wall, and it did allow them to get picked off. Early mosh coming from Posh alone here. You see TCM looking out front. Pack It Up does get tagged by the Vandal. It seems to pick up a little bit. Pack It Up is holding that angle though. They are getting a little bit hesitant though. Buffoons are, thinking hard about this. Breakable has not been broken yet, which is unfitting, seeming as it is called breakable. Corbin does walk outstairs, re-smokes the A main choke. Seems like Buffoons are having a hard time getting through this. The open tree. Fade Hunt comes out, but spots nobody. Corbin throws out a blind, sees it cross. What's going on here? Seems like they're going for a B commit instead. Only person who's actually on any semblance of sight is going to be Ladybug. does jiggle. We do see Florban with ulti as well, and C-Link.
My God.
Coax gets the first blood here on Borakua. The Radiant falls. Thrash does catch one. Florban and Coax with the Deagle kills. Does seems like Moss is gonna refight the breakable here and puts themselves in a very tough position. TCM does manage to pick off Ladybug.
Oh my goodness.
Alone does trade.
And what do you do if you are the Buffoons in that situation? A 2v4, all of the utilities getting thrown at you because they know exactly where you are. No, the attack fell to pieces.
This was a
That was
interesting
so
round.
unfortunate.
You know, this
But I mean, the ultimate cycles are kind of in the favor of the Buffoons here. Maybe we can start seeing a couple more ultimates. Maybe we can get a couple more ultimates online before the end of the half. We have 2 rounds left. Maybe that'll get it exciting.
We're gonna need some really nice plays coming up from TCM and Klutz here to see the chamber op come out, as well as the little bowl of lettuce from Scott. Corbin is gonna peek out into B main, but it does seem like all 5 are there. Flash comes out, but oh my goodness, Corbin turns the tide. We do see the deadlock ult come out, but doesn't catch anybody. TCM is getting spammed, 1 HP. We see the deadlock wall come out, cuts off Coax. There is a numbers advantage here for TBA. This is some
Pack it up.
wonderful performance.
Pack it up is lurked up. It spells disaster for them if they don't clear this.
TCM for the punch. Pack it up catches TCM, and then Pack it up decides to back off. Very well played, but is he thinking about repeating? He repeats, gets Borakua, backs up even further. This does leave Moss in a 1v3 situation. It's the dink on Pack It Up. Pack It Up is not looking good on 10 HP here. We do have Corbin post alone, and Corbin gets the last frag for the second to last round.
That shot was crazy. I'm not hitting that. You're crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, it didn't convert to the round win because he was, just a little bit outside the range for the kill. But that was crazy. And, Pack It Up, I love the way they played that round. They flanked, got one, immediately satchelled away. And then realized, like, hey, they were a little too slow on the refrag. Maybe I can kind of peek again. And did exactly that, got another, and was able to satchel out again. I like that play. Not greeting too much.
Coming up from Moss. Seems like we have TCM lurking up A. This is going to be another 1-1-3 call from TBA. Might be their weakness. We have 4 up close on the wall here. They trip the wall. Ladybug is going to flash out. Doesn't catch anybody though. It's placed a little low. We do see the skydive come out. Smoke coming out from Borakua, both on Waterfall and on CT. We do have 4-man take here. Farsi is going to plant the spike for main here. No frag coming out just yet. Ladybug and Coax are going to play this together. And we also have Florbin playing in the Waterfall. We do have Pack It Up and Push Alone in CT. Borakua is holding on top of box here with the Guardian. Quite an interesting play here. We might see the blind come out. Blind comes out, catches 3. Then the Visor comes out. They're forced to play with their secondaries. Coax gets the first frag on Borakua. Then on Klutz, they defuse Push Alone on Moss. Coax with the 4K. Oh my goodness. And Pack It Up decides to tag one.
Wow. I don't even know what happened to Coax, but I was astonished that Washed Borakua decided to stay on site after with the retake ults and utility they were using. They had the Vice ult used, they had the Fade Dogs, also that Fade Dog. I hate that thing so much. Why does it go up walls? Why does it go up boxes, dude? That thing should have a vertical limit on what it can see, dude. Just like, I hate it. Because that gets me every game I play in ranked. It tilts me so much. But so, I mean, that was one of the things that led to the downfall of Borakua there. And, 7-5 half isn't that bad. This is going to be a good game. I want to see how the attack goes here.
The Prowler usage is a lot better than a certain somebody. Not gonna name names. But you know what I'm talking about. Breakable. Breakable.
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
TBA does go out B here. Oh my goodness, through the smoke, Postalone gets the first frag on Klutz. Carsey fumbling for that ghost. And then they do call for a change of heart. Coming in onto C. Pack It Up lurks up and gets the frag on TCM. Not much util. Wingman does go up to plant the spike. And we do have 2 breakable. 1 down main here. Borakua looks
that
away. Pack
timing.
It Up peeks. Terrible timing there for Borakua.
Oh,
But
another
Pack It Up looks
timing.
away as soon as they pack up. Okay, re-peek back in, gets caught by the grab net. And then Moss
way.
falls as well. Coax gets the last frag on Carsey. What a round for TBA.
Pack It Up just being an absolute thorn in the side of Buffoons here. That timing was flawless. It was so unlucky for Borakua there. You know, trying to clear the B main, left a sliver of an area not cleared by him and his team, and that sliver is exactly where Pack It Up was hiding. Able to capitalize on it by getting 2, and then before he could even die by the trade, his team came to the rescue. Beautifully played by TBA.
TBA does have a lot of momentum going on right now, having won the last 4 rounds. Plorben gets the first frag on Borakua on B. Borakua thought he can get away with an early peek. And then Coax with the crouching running gun. Coax is being a running gun menace, but does fall to Moss with the classic. The Boombot does come out, does not catch, but Plorben does get the frag on Moss. Pack It Up, Plorben is going up on Heaven. Heard? Moss. Cool
Head gets
TCM to
taken
get that
clean
Plorben.
off.
Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. You know, they had like a little staring contest before any shots were fired, you know? Pack It Up gets the swing off Klutz, little jiggle. Wingman does come out, doesn't spot anybody, falls before it can spot TCM. None of this util is pitching him. But Pack It Up, it's the last frag. Pack It Up is being a dominant player right now.
21-4 is insanity. You've lost 5 rounds, and you've only died in 4 of the ones you've lost, or 4 of the 5 you've lost. One of them you saved. I think 2 of them you saved, and maybe you died on a round you won, but like no one's counting the math. Still, basically, what that stat line is saying is, if Pack It Up is alive, the round is not over. This guy is carrying so much, like, weight of like he's making himself feel so much heavier for the other team that they can't handle him.
Then is spotted by the Haunt. TP's back into the safety of Waterfall. 5-man push coming out from Total Badasses here. And they walk through the smoke like it's nobody's business. Oh my goodness. So it does seem like Buffoons are going to wait a little bit before they do engage, try to hop out the smokes. The Prowler is coming out. Coax is getting spammed. Half HP, the Decay, and the little Tether does come out on TCM here. But he's in the safety of his warm little corner. What else is gonna fall from this? The dog comes out. Pack It Up is gonna go relocate to a safer playing area. Moss is going to be up in CT. Post Shalone first frag on TCN. Moss second frag. Carsey Gaming third frag with the Judge on Post Shalone. Pack It Up with the Stinger on Borakua. Klutz with the Phantom on Pack It Up. Second frag on Corbin. Coax, 2 nice shots coming out. What a clutch from Coax.
Coax, that could be the nail in the coffin for this game. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful trifecta with the Deagle to solidify a third round bonus win for TBA. That was insane. That was an actual insanity. That's got to be a momentum killer, but I mean, maybe I could be standing corrected because I'm looking over and Cool TCM has an operator. So like, don't regard what anything I'm saying. It doesn't look like they're gonna go into the operator at all, though. It looks like they're just gonna do a full A fight.
You put out the Dizzy, does get car seat here. TCM is just holding. We do see Borakua on the lurk of B. Sunsearch gets tripped on A, and that choke. We have one sitting in tree. The Boombot comes out, but I don't think it's going to spot. Moss here does not spot. But it does after it bounces off the deadlock wall. So unfortunate. Coax gets a pick. Pack It Up gets a pick. Corbin gets a pick. Klutz with the running gun. What a menace. And then falls to Post Shalone. Wow.
I'll be real with you. That's the unluckiest I think you could have gotten. You were tucked tree. They had no idea you were there. And then your own utility came back to bite you in the ass. the boombot bounces off of your wall to see you before it breaks. I think if it would kept going towards the wall and there was no deadlock wall, I think you get out of there and I think you get pack it up in the round. The course of that round changes forever. That's so unlucky. But now, 11-5, you guys are gonna have to dig in here. The Buffoons are gonna have to start buffooning it up. Hopefully they can start getting some pivotal rounds here. This
Sims throws the
disadvantage.
one way. And then the second op comes out on the eco. Opping 2 rounds in a row. Did not go well the first time. Hopefully we see a change of pace in the second time. Which you never know. And it does seem like Pack It Up is tucked in that corner. TCM has
is
no
gutsy.
idea. Are we gonna see peek him up? TCM leaves. And then Coax gets a pick on Borakua. TCM returns on Ladybug and takes back to safety. What a play. We see Coax stuck in the deadlock. Old Klutz gets a pick on Post Shalone. This might be a change in tides. It's a 4v1. Pack It Up is the last one standing, holding the angle on C. Bomb is going to be all the way back on A. I wonder how this is going to unfold.
40 seconds left. You have to act fast, Pack It Up. Drawing the attention towards the door. This is pretty smart.
We do have the showstopper in the back pocket for Pack It Up. Seems like he is going to fast rotate back towards A. We do see some pings coming out on the map, most likely from TCM, trying to indicate somewhere B. But little do they know. Yeah, Boombot comes out. We do see a Satchel come out as well. He's completely given away his location. Has to play a little bit faster if they want to win this round. No Showstopper comes out. Phantom Tree gets peeked by Car Seat Gaming. What a round.
And this is just the start to what could be a very pivotal cog in the wheel to get everything turning back towards the Buffoons here. TBA still have so much momentum, so much economy coming out of them here. Being up 5 rounds, 4 in a row, that's a big stockpile of money. The bank is full. And basically the opposite can be said about Buffoons. We're gonna have to see how this Sky Ultimate gets played this round. We're gonna see how the rest of the team really plays it.
Taunt comes out. TCM TP's back after he spots 3. Borakua on the lurk up. Pack It Up is gonna satchel in. And then immediately gets stunned. Throws the nade onto the box. Coax has the first frag. Borakua returns and trades. Pack It Up is being a very prominent presence on site right now. Going to peek into the smoke. Takes out Borakua. Wow. Showstopper does come out. Misses one. Gets Moss anyways. Good thing he checked that. And does peek straight into a 2v1. Falls to Car Seat Gaming. That is the second time that we have seen Car Seat absolutely take down Pack It Up. The Thrash does come out from Post Alone here. Ends up getting 2 in C... or 1.
Got them both! They
Car
got them
Seat.
both! Push. Oh, wait, it didn't get them both. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Car Seat was
I might
safe,
be
but Post
lying.
Alone does take out Car Seat. Klutz does survive for the time being. 1v3 situation. Takes out Post Alone. Falls to Porbin. The 2-person peak just shuts him down.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to say. This is just such a dominant performance from Pack It Up with the supporting cast. Coax, with that really clutch round, the 1-2-3. Post Shalone being very, very supportive with their utility and they're getting the plant down. Plorbin with these detrimental smokes for the Buffoon squad. This is looking rough. I mean, this is do or die right here, Buffoons. Let's see.
Hopefully, no, not hopefully, but maybe we'll see a change of tides. We do see TCM trying to take first contact. Gets 101 onto Post Shalone here. He does return with a 140 hit to the head with the Phantom. They are going to change here and go for B. Flash does come out. Coax takes first contact, but doesn't see anybody. They are going to be fully wrapped up. Coax is up front. Gets the first pick. TCM gets the first pick on Ladybug. Nade comes out, hopefully trying to push back. TCM. Shalone gets peeked out by Klutz. TCM got an off-screen frag on Pack It Up. Coax does return. Corbin. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
This might be a clutch from Corbin. Moss does get
for
the frag
the
on
win.
Coax.
Can you do it?
See what happens. In the smoke. Gets Klutz 1v1 situation. All of it smoked off. TP's back. Borakua misses the first couple shots. Close.
My
What
goodness.
a play by Plorvin. That TP was wonderful.
Dude, and then Florbin in the chat just types Florbin. I think I
Plorvin's
have a new
signature
favorite FLV player. I
move.
think I might have a new favorite FLV player. That was insane. Look at this scoreboard. We have 3 of the total badass crew all on the top. And then, followed up by the 4 of the Buffoons, but look at how dominant and how wide that gap is in ACS. Pack it up with 369. Plurban 235, Coax with a clean 300. There's 45, 50 CS basically between the highest player on Buffoons and the 3rd highest player on Total Badasses. That was
Then we
such a
see
dominant performance.
it was a wonderful game. We see the silver on Buffoons. Cool TCM coming out as the team MVP by 1 over the Radiant Borakua.
Yeah, I think my prediction here with it is that Washed Borakua uh, doesn't understand the FOV dynamic yet. Just because FOV isn't like ranked, it's not like pro play either. It's like a weird in between where like teams will make coordinated plays that aren't optimal, and sometimes you'll have a player just like go and do something weird. Like it's very weird. You have to get accustomed to it. As someone who's been here for like like 12 seasons now, I think. Um, it's something that you can't just like run into and immediately think of like think that you're gonna be the best in. It's something you have to get accustomed to. And that's why I think these veteran teams who know what they're doing, they just they get this firepower on their team, catch them up to speed, and they end up getting everything done pretty well. And that's what it proved to be here today. Unlike the other streams, we've had the veterans come out on top today. Seattle Knights might have faltered, but Total Badasses did not. And that is going to be it for us today, everybody. I was Nick Jr. I was joined by Somber. This has been Total Badasses versus Buffoons. Any last closing comments, Somber, before we go?
Not at all. Just I'm excited to see how Pack It Up does perform in the rest of the season.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us, guys. Um, Currently, right now, there's another game live up on FLV. I believe it's First Light Valorant 2. Let me double check that real quick. But it's on Twitch as well, so you guys can head right on over there. First Light Val 2. It's currently Brats versus it's Time to Overheat. Really good game. Brats is a veteran crew. Go head on over there right now, and I might join you guys in the chat. I'll see you there. But bye. That's it for us.